Yo everyone, what's up? Welcome back to another Pokemon Sleep video. It's been a whole month since I started playing Pokemon Sleep, and I gotta tell you, it's a very interesting way to get people to sleep. I know that usually I would kind of drag early in the morning or late at night, not wanting to get up and not wanting to go to bed, but Pokemon Sleep has become a daily routine. It's the app that I check first thing in the morning and I check right before I go to bed. So last video I reviewed the Pokemon Go Plus and I also kind of reviewed the app a little bit. That was probably, I think, maybe the second day I started playing. You can check out that video here. And I want to thank you all so much for the support for that video. Can't even believe the amount of views it's gotten. But today I'm going to share you all my thoughts and experiences and give you some tips and tricks, especially to shiny hunting after playing the game for 30 days. And yes, it did take me about 29 to 30 days to finally get my first shiny. So let's go ahead and get started with Pokemon Sleep. Okay, so when we first open up the app, as you can see, and I don't know if it'll show up or not. I'm very excited to show you all. Boom, right there. Shiny Bonsly. That's right. His name is Bonsai. He's really cute. And as you can see, spoiler alert, I do have a Wartortle on me. I am currently at the beach area. It is Tuesday while I'm playing this game. So first of all, you can see that I do also have a Raichu as well, a Riolu, and a Togetic. That is my current team. And for now, I'm going to collect berries. And first up, the main thing that I want to take a look at is my sleep trends for the whole month. So, sleep consistency. To August 7th to the 13th actually was my best time of sleep, and I'm going to show you all and tell you all why that is. And then looking back, it went from B, B, and then C. So, if we go back to, I think it's sleep statistics, you can see that I averaged out from around 50 to 60 hours of sleeping, so not too bad. And then I also want to show you all the typings. So before the shinies and, you know, all that, my first main hunt was for Squirtle. I really wanted a Squirtle. I just wanted to try to get a Squirtle. And most Pokemon are separated between three types. You've got your snoozing, your dozing, and your slumbering. Well, for me, as you all can see right here, my most difficult or most common type of sleep was obviously dozing, and most difficult being slumbering. So there were a few tricks that I had to do in order to achieve to finally get the Squirtle that I needed, and that was taking naps. I did record my naps a little bit while playing the game, but there are a few things that you need to worry about with taking naps as well. So the Pokemon Go Plus can track up to 2 sleep sessions, and in order to have your naps count, those naps have to be at least 90 minutes. So about 2 hours. And with the 2 extra hours, and on top of waking up early in the morning to go to work, it was able to push me over the 8 hours that I needed to get the full, like, 100% sleep percentage and the benefits to sleeping for 8 hours. Now, I will say, and if you look here, my first 3 types of sleep, dozing, snoozing, balanced was a type that I also found myself getting, and I had that Pokeball plus up in the top corner, and it didn't seem to attract a lot of the turning around and tossing and turning that I do in bed at night, because yes, I am a very light sleeper. So on the day that I actually got the Squirtle, right here, August 3rd, 7 hours and 42 minutes. I didn't actually get a full 8 hours of sleep, but I did do slumbering type. And if you look, it's because most of the time it was quiet. It was one of the quieter nights that I had. And when I woke up in the morning, I officially had a Squirtle. I was super excited. I was literally like the first thing in the morning, like squealing and very happy. So depending on the type of Pokemon that you want, you're going to try to look for basically the dozing, snoozing, and slumber categories. And most of that information can be found online through guide videos. So obviously, like I said before, I wanted slumber for Squirtle. So I found a tip at maybe starting the Pokeball Plus maybe 10-20 minutes before you lay down, doing things to get ready for bed. That's obviously if you don't want to consider actual accurate sleep. Obviously it's not going to take you 5 minutes to fall asleep, but sometimes in my data it actually did show that it took me 5 minutes to fall asleep, but that's definitely not true. It usually takes about 30 to 45. But right as I was going and brushing my teeth and getting changed and getting ready to lay down, I would go ahead and pop on the Pokeball Plus and then climb into bed and fall asleep. And I think that that was one of the mornings that I actually officially got the Squirtle. So definitely the first tip is to make sure that you are recording your naps. And if you do and are trying to hunt for specific Pokemon and it has to be quieter in the night, make sure your TV's not on. Make sure it's nice and quiet for you to go to sleep. And hopefully, eventually, you'll get the Pokemon that you're looking for. The number 2 thing that you need to try to focus on when playing this game is buddies. Basically, you need friends, right? Never thought that you need friends with Pokemon Sleep, but it's actually very important because each friend that you have, and I think you can have up to about 50, you're going to get a candy off of the Pokemon that they captured as their highlight that night. So if you look right now, Elric King caught a Rattata, and I did get a candy off of that. And as you can see, they got the snoozing type, and of course they have 2 shinies. 2 already, and I will talk about that a little bit too with tips on shiny hunting. So that's the number 1 thing that you want, because those candies are very important to leveling up your Pokemon and for also evolving them as well. As you can see, I also got just a regular Raichu as well, and that's because I had Pikachu as my buddy, and then also making sure I was trying to get those candies as well. And Raichu is actually a pretty top tier Pokemon for collecting berries and feeding Snorlax. And also, when you are looking, like I said, once again, there's other charts listed as well. Some Pokemon are better at ingredients, and some Pokemon are also better at berries. The next important thing that you also need to worry about is biscuits. Biscuits are also very important. I remember after I caught the Squirtle, I ran into a Wartortle, which is something that, the Pokemon that I basically was trying to do my Squirtle hunt for. And I noticed that although I did give Squirtle or Wartortle the bonus biscuit, it was not enough to fuel him, so I unfortunately had to waste my Master Ball in order to give him that. You could be patient, you could wait until the next time you see Wartortle, but I'm a little bit impatient, and I was tired of all those Caterpies haunting me in my nightmares, keeping me from the one thing that I wanted, or really 2, shinies and Squirtle. So I did use the bonus biscuit, I did use the Master Ball on Wartortle. Also, make sure that when you are taking those naps, it will randomly go through and select. Now, however, if it is a shiny, and that is one thing you can or you do not have to worry about, it's guaranteed. Shinies are guaranteed catches in this game. So speaking of shinies, let's go ahead and move on. How to increase your odds of getting a shiny? Or is there any increased odds at all? Let's talk about it. So going back to Elric King's account, his account was messing up fairly often. Wasn't recording his sleep all the way with the Pokeball Plus, unfortunately. And we had about the same amount of hours of sleep. He had different types than me, everything, and somehow he managed to encounter a shiny Bellsprout and a shiny Spiel. And this was also me taking longer naps, having a more healthy sleeping style, and really, I ran into my first shiny on the 29th night. I was very tired that morning. I don't even think I had had 8 hours of sleep, and bam, shiny Bosley right here. Didn't even know it. I was ecstatic when I woke up because, yeah, that was probably the longest shiny hunt in the mobile game that I've ever had to do, but who knew that I'd wake up with the shiny Bosley, right? So there was that, and then there is the question of what increases your odds. Well, compared to Elric King's him getting 2 shinies and me only getting 1, I have yet to learn of any really to increase your odds. I would just say it depends on the amount of encounters. I would say that if you record your naps, and obviously it randomly selects through, that is going to give you more encounters with Pokemon. So I would assume that with all those encounters, one of them just randomly popped up shiny, and there you go. I have also heard a strange rumor that maybe shinies will pop up on your birthday. Maybe. Although I think that this person just may have had some really good luck. But yeah, shinies. Not a method yet that we've been able to discover, but if there is, I'll be the first to let you know because I love shinies in this game. I think they're cool. Some of the shiny variants are also just a little bit different. I know that Slowpoke is maybe a more pink. Gengar definitely more noticeable, so it's really cool. But yeah, Pokemon Sleep. It's been pretty interesting so far. But that is going to be all for my Pokemon Sleep video, just my experience altogether. I've, like I said, really been enjoying the game. It works well with Go, and the Pokeball Plus could be a little bit better. Sometimes I find myself accidentally hitting the button in the middle of the night and canceling my you know, sleep session. So to Pokemon, maybe create some type of like, you know, switch to where like if I slightly press down on it, it doesn't completely cancel out the sleep session. But man, the vibrating too, that can get a little bit annoying sometimes, but it keeps me on my toes. Thank you all so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. I'm trying to do more talking videos, so if this is something that you enjoy, leave me a comment, let me know. And I might even do like some type of like dream diary or something every week to let you all know my sleep habits, stuff like that, and if I caught a shiny or not. But until then, please be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment, and I'll catch you all next time. Peace out. Thanks for watching. Bye.